Hello boys, welcome back. Let's take our new lesson today, inshallah. Open your book on page 27. On page 27, now we have new conversation between two persons. Let's listen first and then we're gonna discuss and answer the questions. Okay, listen carefully please.
I realize it's part of your job, but it's a real treat for me to be invited to these charity events. Do you know many of the celebrities here?
Of course, quite a few. The tall man who was standing at the door when we came in is Colin Parker.
Isn't he the one who started his own airline?
That's right. And that's Tony Kramer, the editor of Success. I worked with him on the magazine while I was in London.
Is that a reporter with him?
No. That's Patrick Logan, the football player.
Really? I mean, he looks different in a suit. I didn't recognize him. And who's that guy over there? The one with the turtleneck sweater?
That's BW. Actually,
Okay boys, let's listen again for the last time.
I realize it's part of your job, but it's a real treat for me to be invited to these charity events. Do you know many of the celebrities here?
of course, quite a few. The tall man who was standing at the door when we came in is Colin Parker.
Isn't he the one who started his own airline?
That's right. And that's Tony Kramer, the editor of Success. I worked with him on the magazine while I was in London.
Is that a reporter with him?
No. That's Patrick Logan, the football player.
Really? I mean, he looks different in a suit. I didn't recognize him. And who's that guy over there? The one with the turtleneck sweater?
That's BW. Actually,
Okay boys, let's speak about this. My first question is, what's the title or what's the topic of this dialogue? What's the topic or the main idea of this uh, of this dialogue? Yes, excellent boy. Charity events. Charity events is the main idea of this dialogue. My second question, who talks to whom? Who talks to whom? Yes, excellent. Lars to Ken. Okay, let's move to answer the questions. Answer true or false. Answer true or false. Number one, Colin Parker is the man who has his own airline company. Is it true or false? True or false? True. Let me see. Excellent boy. Thank you. Okay, number two. Tony was the director of a British TV station. Tony was the director of a British TV station. Is it true or false? Ah, yes, excellent. False. Ken worked with Tony while he was in London. Ken worked with Tony while he was in London. True. Yes. Excellent. Tony is talking to a reporter. Tony is talking to a reporter. True or false? False. Yes. And the last one, BW is the man who is wearing a turtleneck sweater. T. Yes. Excellent. Boys. Okay. Now let's move. On page 28. On page 28, reading. Now we have this text. Let's listen to this text and then we're gonna discuss and answer the questions. Okay, listen carefully, please.
Simple ideas, big results.
Muhammad Yunus, Nobel Peace Prize winner. Muhammad Yunus, often called the world's banker to the poor, received the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006 for his pioneering work against poverty. Yunus said he would use the $1.35 million prize money to find more innovative ways to help the poor. Yunus founded the Grameen Bank in 1976 with just $27 from his own pocket. The idea came to him while he was teaching economics at Chittagong University in southern Bangladesh, which is one of the poorest nations in the world. He and his students started an experimental project. They lent poor people small amounts of money. The people used the money for their own small businesses, for example, to buy straw to make stools. Until then, the local people relied on local money lenders who were not always fair. Since then, the Grameen Bank model has been duplicated in more than 100 countries. Today, the bank has 6.61 million borrowers and over 2,400 branches in over 80,000 villages in Bangladesh. Recently, the bank started a program to give poor people a loan of about $9 to purchase small items such as bread, candy, pickles, and toys. Receivers of the loans then resell the goods to supplement their income. The bank reports that it has lent $6.55 billion over the past 30 years and claims a high repayment rate, 98%. Nowadays, Grameen banks are also in developed countries. 100 people in Queens, New York, were among the first borrowers of Grameen America. The total number of borrowers worldwide is 7.84 million.
Mohammed Abdul Latif Jamil, businessman and philanthropist. Mohammed Abdul Latif Jamil has received many awards for his humanitarian work to solve the crisis of poverty around the world. In 2012, he was named Saudi Volunteer of the Year for establishing job creation programs in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East. Unemployment is the main cause of poverty, and Jamil realizes that governments need the support of businesses to solve the problem. Jamil says, "My father taught me an important lesson in running a business. Never to forget that life is not just about you, it is about what you can do for others." Jamil studied at MIT, where he joined the Poverty Action Lab. In 2005, he made a huge donation to the organization, and it was renamed JPAL in honor of his father, Abdul Latif Jamil. JPAL is a group of expert researchers whose mission is to reduce poverty in the world by finding scientifically based solutions. In Saudi Arabia, he established the Abdul Latif Jamil Community Initiatives Program, ALJCI. One project of the ALJCI is the Bob Rizq Jamil, BRJ, which focuses on creating job opportunities. Between 2003 and 2012, BRJ created more than 230,000 jobs in the kingdom and over 300,000 in the Middle East. ALJCI also supports projects in business financing, education and training, health, and art and culture.
Okay, boys, before we go to answer the questions, here I have one simple question, which is how many figures do we have here in this text? Two. Yes, the first one is Muhammad Yunus, Nobel Peace Prize winner, and Muhammad Abdul Latif Jamil, businessman and philanthropist. Yes. Okay, now let's move to answer the questions. Choose the correct meaning according to the text. Poverty, poverty, pollution, being poor, or disease. Being poor, let me see. Excellent. To rely on, to accept, to trust, to depend on. Depend on, let me see. Excellent. Loan, loan here means